Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm doing something that I don't normally do, and that is jumping on a thread started by Mike over at MGK Boston. I'll have his original video below. Mike's a great guy, originally from Canada, but he's lived in Boston for a good amount of time. Mike used to be a pretty seasoned runner. He's done several marathons, and he still does it recreationally. And he had an idea for a thread just to show a bunch of albums that either have a song about running or are titled after running, something like that, just for the fun of it. It's a chance to show songs or albums that you don't always show all the time. So let me just jump right into it. The first one is going to be from the newest album by Old Crow Medicine Show. The album is called Paint This Town. Fantastic album, came out last year, and it's a beautiful ballad on here called Reasons to Run. Absolutely gorgeous, probably my favorite on the album. Could be maybe compared to, I don't know, it's not really like John Denver necessarily, but it's just a really, really solid ballad. Ketch Secor, the writer, the main singer of Old Crow, there's that line in the chorus, but with every changing season, I'm running out of reasons to run. It's absolutely beautiful. And the rest of this album's a barn burner. It's got some heartland rock like John Mellencamp kind of sounds, but it's also the classic Old Crow sound with strings and fiddles and things like that. So Reasons to Run, number one. Next is a album by Brett Dennen called Loverboy, and the song is called Sydney, I'll Come Running. My favorite track on this album as well. Brett Dennen has a very unique voice. He definitely draws a lot from Paul Simon and Van Morrison, I would say. But this album came out in 2011 on Dual Tone Records, but Sydney I'll Come Running is fantastic. Just a really upbeat song. If you kind of like, I don't know, kind of like Jack Johnson, California kind of surfer style with, some world music a little bit, some great melody. This is a really good album. The second, I would say probably the last four songs are a little bit much, but most of the album is really good. So Sydney, I'll Come Running, number two. And these aren't ranked. These are just how I have them in my stack. Next, a very deep Bob Dylan cut from his album New Morning, which a lot of people considered his return to form after putting out albums like Nashville Skyline and Self Portrait, and then the Dylan album, which weren't originally critically acclaimed. He does a song on here called If Dogs Run Free, which is kind of like this weird, like, spoken word, like, beat poet kind of song. It's got this weird, like, female vocal in it. He's just like, if dogs run free, why can't we? It's really strange to hear it. And, I mean, you figure Dylan, think about this, folks. All right, you ready for something here? This picture of Bob and me, we're the same age. Let's just take that in. We're the same age. That's all I'm saying. So if dogs run free from New Morning. Next, I'm gonna show from the big breakthrough album by Bryan Adams. This one of the big hits on here is Run to You. I've seen Bryan Adams twice, both times on his acoustic Bare Bones tour. Really, really great. This album was actually, this CD was given to me by Rich Strickler a few months ago, but Run to You is what he opened with both times that I saw him. Great opening guitar riff. That and then his voice is just killer, especially when he hits that I know love is true, but it's so damn easy making love to you. That's just a killer vocal line right there. So Run to You, Bryan Adams from Reckless. I just showed this album in another video, but from Moondance, the song "Come Running," great kind of R&B sounding track. It could have been like on one of those old Motown songs. Hey, come running to me, oh, come running to me. Just a fantastic deep cut by Van. I wish he did it a little bit more live. He does a version on the Too Late to Stop Now live set, but Come Running, great tune. Next, one of my favorite groups, The Head and the Heart. This is their album Living Mirage, which came out in 2019. Yeah, 2019. The first song on the second side is called Running Through Hell. Um, it's just a great track, where they're like, feeling like it's so low and there's nowhere out. Like you fall into the static, slipping into slow-mo. It's just a really great pop song. The first line, looking for heaven, running through hell again. Looks like I got myself in trouble with the boys again. Um, well, the head of the letter says, I can't do this no more. I can't play like this. I gave you two, you gave me no more. You gave me no more. I know I can't keep going back, but the winds were blowing in. Um, just really great. I'm Yeah, I'm thinking about another song. The one I was singing, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the next one. But Running Through Hell is a great song. It says, so I bought myself a lottery ticket and I looked outside, the sun was setting. I just get carried away. In my head, there's a wind that's blowing us all around. They're just a great, they started out as like an indie folk band, and I've really branched out into indie pop. I love the Head and the Heart. So Running Through Hell. Next, I'm going to go, again, the best supergroup of all time. They did a version of Runaway by Del Shannon. I didn't want to show the Del Shannon version, show something a little bit different. So Runaway, it's a great lead vocal with Jeff Lynne's taking the lead on that. Again, Runaway, of course, Tom Petty mentions in his song Running Down a Dream, but so didn't really think about that connection when I was doing that, but it kind of works as a double song there. So Runaway, but the Traveling Wilburys version. And speaking of Tom Petty, I'm not gonna go with Running Down a Dream, which is fine. A lot of people have done that. I'm gonna go with another track that came out on the album prior, from the Let Me Up I've Had Enough album, what a lot of people consider Tom Petty's worst. I don't necessarily, but he does a song called Runaway Trains, track 2. It's one of my dad's favorite Tom Petty songs. I know it's not one of mine. It's very overproduced, I think, 80s style. It's very 80s, but great lines to it. I would have loved to have heard it acoustic. He's like, I guess it's one of those things you can never explain, like when an angel cries, like runaway trains. Just really, really great. This is definitely Petty's most 80s record, even more so than Southern Accents. So, Runaway Trains. Next, I'm going to go with two albums that the title track and the album work, and these are probably the two most cliche that I have. Band on the Run, Paul McCartney and Wings. Everybody knows it. Yeah. Probably my second favorite McCartney album after Venus and Mars. And then lastly, Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. One of my favorite Jackson Browne songs. Definitely my favorite Jackson Browne record. Absolutely love it. The album is a concept album about life on the road. It's recorded in live venues. It's recorded in hotel rooms, on the bus. Just a really, really great kind of a homemade album, I would say. It's really, really good. Of course, they also have The Loadout on here and Stay, Rosie, Cocaine, The Road itself, Love Needs a Heart. Really, really great album. So there you go. Everybody go support Mike. He's a great guy. I think everybody knows him already. He's blowing up on YouTube. So I'll link his original thread below. I thank you all for watching. Thank you to the subscribers. I think I just hit 825 on subscriptions, so thank you so much for that. And enter my contest. You have till June 30th. All right, everybody be good. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.